Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Kevin. Welcome to Kev's Vibe of the Day, where I frame up your day with something positive to focus in on. So let's get right to the Oracle cards. Today I chose the Angels and Ancestors cards by Kyle Gray, um, illustrations by Lily Moses, I believe. So the first one that was a pop-up card, one that popped out as I shuffled, the lady. Um, Interestingly enough, I'd given these cards a really good shuffle, and the lady came in the other day. So, that's not uncommon for a card to resurface itself, not because I missed something or because something was wrong, other than her energy is still around, still abound, and still reminding us that while we may feel like things not going in the right direction, we may feel like we're listening to a lot of nonsense and being tuned into something that's really not quite to our advantage. Excuse me. The lady comes to say that it's time for us to enjoy the growth of the seeds of success that are being planted. This card also says there is great monetary success arriving, that this idea that things are running out, that there is no abundance, that we can't, we don't, we have this lack, luster, poverty consciousness, that's not really true. Things are being evened out. There are seeds that we've planted within our soul that we came here to do. And that can also include integrity, which is why the Earth Guardian popped in as the second card I chose to see, well, what exactly is this? And once again, the Earth Guardian is an angel of the earth. It's the angel that's here with us on the earth, that's connected directly to us. Now, in this card, it's a picture of a non binary, meaning non male, non female angel with a staff, and on the staff there is a let me see if I can pull this up. There's like a dream catcher. So basically it's saying anchor the dreams that you have, anchor the thoughts you have, the desires you have, the things you want to manifest, anchor them within your soul. In other words, focus on what you're truly wanting to get and achieve. And to do that successfully means get grounded, um, plant seeds that will grow into beautiful things for you. And the planting of seeds is the focusing on the dreams and focusing on the languaging around the dreams, the things that you would like to accomplish, the people that you enjoy spending time with. The challenge we have right now, it seems, that we've been in a culture up to this point where everything was quick, fast. The vortex, if you will, of instant gratification, rush, got to be done yesterday, deadlines, got to be done on Thursday. We have to do this by Friday, got 10 minutes left. There's only 5 more minutes of the sale. Hurry, 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 rush, rush, rush. And the reality is, when things are rushed and hurried, we stumble and fall. So, in this regard, the Earth Guardian is reminding us to take time, use integrity, use respect, and focus on the unfolding of what you want to have happen. The joy of manifesting anything is the journey of getting it and then seeing it, but also being aware that this is how the whole thing happens. Anytime we rush in, anytime we're in a hurry to make something happen, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to get there. I'm going to do it. Yep, yep. Yeah, 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 yeah. There's a tendency with all that frothy focus for the really important aspects to be missed. Again, unfortunately, the culture has set us up for missing things, rushing things, and making do with because we weren't taking the time and trouble to focus. Long years ago, I heard one of my mentors in the hairdressing world and somebody I work for and have great respect for say that he processed things in mono. He had a hard time communicating in stereo. And for him, that meant physical manifestation of the beauty of basically doing hair. That while we're focusing on this dream and how this dream unfolds and how we feel about this dream and whatever that is, whether you're creating something, building something, wanting something, focusing solely on that and giving all of our energy to it, being grounded in it, being set in it, allows it to flourish, allows all the little details to happen, and is more clear or fine-tuned. There you are. We also have the ability to tune into the quick, the fast, the instant. Let's do, let's go. And it's an interesting fact, I think, and I watch, because now I believe, without really focusing on it, I've moved into the more receptive mode, receiving. Come on then, I send it out there, let's go, let's have it happen. But I'm also in the receptive mode of watching and observing and seeing, as opposed to judging, as opposed to making it mean something, putting an emotion to it, just like that's interesting, or that's something else. And what I've found, not astonishing really, but it caught my mind the other day, and maybe it's spirit talking. I watch people in a rush to stand in line. It's almost amusing. I'm coming down the highway, someone's flying on the fast lane, and their intention is to cut me off, to turn in front of me, to get in a drive up for a fast food restaurant. They're in such a hurry that I'm going to have to slow down to let them in so they can go around the corner and then get in this long drive-through line. So the term hurry up and wait came to mind. There are times in our lives where we will be forced and reminded to slow down, to pay attention, to focus on what's incredibly important. And if you span out a bit further and understand that everybody's important, not just you, but the people who support you are important as you support them. And that also includes the things we have, the things we get to appreciate. There are many things we've already manifested that we've already been here for our enjoyment that we don't even pay attention to. And I'm guilty of it. I'm learning. It's the practice of living a bountiful, beautiful life is to be in the appreciation and the integrity, which is really what these two cards are saying. The lady is basically saying the earth is her baby and we're all part of that. And the earth guardian is saying the angels are around us. We just have to focus on planting seeds, being grounded in the things that we're doing. Let the root create the tree that bears the fruit that we will eventually be able to enjoy, as opposed to just plonking it anywhere It's so interesting because I listened to a podcast this morning about an impatient gardener and a careful farmer. The careful farmer tills the soil, nourishes it, makes sure it's got nutrient rich, and then plants the seed, the corn, what have you. A careless gardener just chucks the seed in the ground. Come on, hurry up. Come on, grow. Come on, let's go. There's a choice. We have the ability, thank goodness, to tune into both dials, to tune into both energy fields, energy streams, and the contrasting part, the piece that shows us the difference, is the lesson that brings us what we need, what we want, what we are focusing on. When the feeling of what we want, the desire of what we want is all lined up, it's going to be smooth sailing downstream. They call it the path of least resistance. But when the contrast comes in, when we keep flipping back from dial to dial to dial to dial to dial, yes, no, maybe in, we're not grounded. It's like the channel changer. Not really knowing what you want to watch, but you are flip-flopping through channels. And then there's a big fight for the remote. Go back to that now, I want to watch this. Then we have a whole cluster of people that are not grounded. So the message for today is slow down and focus on what's truly important, and also pay attention to whether or not your thoughts, your communication, how you are going about your day is truly grounded. Are you hopping and popping and not really centered on any one thing? And when you do get grounded, you do get still, you center, how long does it take for your popping and going and how long does that take to settle in and do more of it? Pay attention. Pay attention to all the small nuances. Like today could be a really good day. Today you could be enjoying every piece of the day. The glory of really being on the planet, on the earth, part of the guardian of the earth, setting your dreams in motion, having this playground, truly being in the perfection within that's unfolding without. I'm going to read from Melody Beattie's book. I did find that other poem and I read through it. It basically says if tomorrow never comes. It was a little bit depressing. So I'm really not going to go there. At least I felt like, I don't know that this is appropriate. Don't know that that's a positive message. Practice forgiveness is today's message from Melody Beattie. Sometimes they line up with what the cards are saying and sometimes they don't. Let's see if they will. He was an old man sitting on the corner bench. I don't know why we just keep on forgiving brothers and sisters, he said, looking at the people walking by. I suppose it's because we really forgive ourselves. Is there someone we're judging, censuring? If we look more closely, we'll see that when we blame others, we're really chastising ourselves. If we're honest, really, really honest, we can see that often what upsets us is something familiar to what we ourselves do. Other people can be mirrors of our own behavior. Yes, there are times when another person does something absolutely outrageous. And we can stand there, hands on hips, saying, I've been wronged. I can't stand how anyone could behave like that. But often, if we're honest, really, really honest, we really can understand we behave that way too. Practice forgiveness. Judgment without forgiveness causes us to feel isolated, separated, and apart causes us to judge ourselves in the same way. Discover how much better you feel when you forgive others. Find out how much better you feel when you forgive yourself. You know, that is a practice, and it's not an easy practice. When there's a realization that what we find fault with in other people, we're actually guilty of. Because there is a sense of shame attached to it. Behind shame comes this instant desire to rush out and apologize, say we're sorry, right now, all of these things to the person who we believe we've judged, or we know we've judged. That's part of the practice of living a thought-filled, purpose-filled life. Some become extreme in a way and turn to help externally. For example, folks who believe that in order to be healed and feel healed, they must turn to a organized religious behavior. Doesn't really matter, and I'm not knocking that for sure. What I would like to add to it is, once you realize that crime, or once you realize the misstep, once you realize that you've judged others, and you get the message that you yourself are guilty of what you're judging other people for, that is the forgiveness. That peace, that realization, that understanding, that acknowledgement is the aha moment of, oh, yes, okay, I get it. And tying it into being grounded, when the lady says, reap the growth that you're experiencing, that also means understand the healing work you've done. We have an inner being that is filled with unconditional love. It is hardwired into all of us. At some point, the unconditional love becomes clouded, covered with fear. The fear that is trying to erase the love that lives within us creates situations, stories, drama, negativity, harm, hate. All of those things get created from a platform of fear. The more we learn to understand, wow, I felt fearful that something was going to happen, so I acted inappropriately and I caused this situation. Blup. And a little caveat to it, if you're close to somebody and you know instantaneously you have said something, done something, or behaved in a way that was inappropriate, by all means quickly realize, whoops-a-daisy, I've made a mistake. You can cool down, you can back off. Then you can come from a place of love and understanding and say to the other person, listen, I misstep, I misspoke. I was acting and behaving out of fear, out of ego, out of nowhere that I should have been, and I regret that. Chances are, if you are close to the person, they will completely understand, and likely you would have formed a stronger bond with them. But if you're realizing things in a personal growth platform that happened a long, long time ago, and these bits are popping up now through the behaviors of what you're seeing other people do, because it's nothing better than watching a scandal or watching a situation unfold where you're you in your mind are remembering that you've been both these people. You've been in that whole situation. And the trigger is you internalizing. Your inner being is showing you, look, this is what was then. And now you have to reconcile it, align it. This is the point that you realize, okay, thank you for showing me that scene. And thank you for revealing to me those people that I have been. I am willing to make the decision to change. There in that moment, you've released it, forgiven it, move on from it. When the guilt and the shame pops in, it's almost like another trap for the ego to get stuck in and stick the boot in. Guilt and shame aren't loving. They're not kind. It is that trap. It's going to create more fear of doing it again. More guilt, they won't like me. More shame, oh my God, I'm a bad person. You see what I'm saying? It's the ego now serving that up. It's very subtle. It is very subtle. Yeah, I think I'm done with that. Let's meditate. Feet flat on the floor. Palms up to the sky. Work on your physical body and integrate by paying attention. Close your eyes down so you can go inward. Where is your body tight, stiff? Where does it need to open up? And then offer a big breath in. Relax, let it go. Breathe into the depth of your belly. Let it go. Relax, 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 relax. Breathe into the cavity of your chest. Let that expand up. And relax, 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 relax. And let your whole body just settle in. Wrists, fingers, palms, belly, back, shoulders, neck. Nice tall spine. If you're seated like me, it's a nice tall spine. Let the energy move up and down. If you're seated on the floor, cross-legged, bring your hips above your knees. And just let the air that you breathe in settle yourself. Slowly let the thoughts just dance and fall where they will, unattached to them. Allow your inner being to listen. There are subtle messages that come. There are subtle feelings that come. And see your body, your physical body, holding your spirit within the root of your soul. As you settle in quietly, listening delicately for the subtle messages that your soul is delivering. You can welcome in messages from your spirit guides and angels. Thank you, angels, for reminding me that you're present. Thank you, Source Energy, for stepping in where you've always been. Thank you, guardian angels and spirit guides, for bringing your message. I am willing to listen, and I'm grateful to receive. And thank you, Source Energy, for providing this platform for me to fulfill my purpose here in physical form. Thank you, Mother Earth, for grounding me in my space in this present time, for providing me a nurturing place to live and breathe, to be and receive. Thank you, Earth Guardians, for reminding me that I am grounded. Thank you for showing me where to place my dreams. Allow the energy of the earth, its warmth, its love, the nourishment of its soul, the soul of the soil, allow this energy to rise up, grounding your feet, your toes, the tops of your feet. Grounding and absorbing any aches and discomfort from your muscles, your bones, knee joints, hip joints. And focus on the deepest expression of your breath as you draw this loving, kind, nurturing, forgiving energy from the Mother Earth, the Earth Angels, up through your whole body, passing through your belly and your chest. Your entire right arm and your left arm. Each finger, your mid-back, your shoulders and your neck, throat, voice, chin. Bring the energy up through your cheeks and your eyes, ears and your nose, the top of your head, the crown of your head. And move this grounding, nurturing energy upward. Continue with your breath and thank you, Father Sky, for clearing the thoughts, for guiding me to tune into my higher self. For guiding me and tuning me into source energy. For aligning me with my highest purpose, my highest truth, my highest good. Continue breathing and seeing the inner nucleus of who you are, the soul of you, the spirit of you. You are not separated from source energy, you are an extension of it. The groundedness of your thoughts and your feelings is the nourishing root of everything you wish to be. Be in the receiving of the nourishing comfort of the Mother Earth and her earth angels. I invite you now to press pause at this video and continue grounding, receiving, releasing, being nourished, supported. When you feel complete, bring your hands to prayer heart center. Keep the energy and the feeling of being connected to the physical earth, aligned with the spiritual world, and focused and aligned on the desires of your highest good. Lift your thumb knuckles to your third eye center. And together we bow and say namaste. Thank you so much. The affirmation I have for you today is planting seeds that grow things of beauty. Thoughts that turn into incredible things. Ideas that flourish and have possibility. And notice the subtle conversation that comes from it. There are things we're used to saying and doing on an ongoing basis that are automatic. It takes a practice and a focus to turn that around. All right. I love you. Thanks so much. I appreciate everything, all the support. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see each other soon. All right. Bye-bye.